Hey everybody, Backpack Hack here coming at you with another trail tip. And I thought I would do a follow-up on this video up here about my everyday carry kit. I've added some things to it since I did that video up there. A link to it will be in the description below as well. I've added some things to it and I thought I should start doing a review of the things that I have in my EDC kit. Now some people are going to say, you carry that great big honking thing around? Yes, I carry this great big honking thing around. It isn't much bigger than my wallet. So, size and weight, it's what I'm carrying. If you don't want to carry anything like this, you don't have to. But I thought I'd do a review of the items that I actually have in this kit. And I'm going to start out with the one right here in the top left. And this is the Titaner EDC Toothpick. It's a titanium everyday carry toothpick. It measures a little over 2 3/4 long, just a little less than 1/4 inch in diameter, and the manufacturer claims 4.6 grams. So we'll put that on the scale. I get 5. I can't do fractions of a gram on this scale, so 4.6 rounds up to 5. I'm going to call that accurate by the manufacturer. This might function as an ad hoc straight pin for an emergency sewing repair. However, it is a little bit thick. In fact, let's measure that. And I come up with 0.0755 inches. So it's not even 1/10 of an inch in diameter at its thickest. Some people might be uncomfortable putting a metal object like that against their teeth. I'm kind of one of those people, but I would prefer carrying this over plastic or wood toothpicks because plastic or wood will eventually wear out. You throw them away, and then I'm going to forget to replenish my kit, and then when I need a toothpick, I don't have one. I'm not going to be throwing this away. So it's going to be with me all the time. I just have to be very, very careful when I use it, and of course, I'm going to be using it in this configuration, not like this. This way I have more control over it when it is assembled. And one thing I just remembered I didn't do is I didn't give you the measurement for the thing when it's completely extended, and that looks like to be just a shade over 4.5 inches. That is the overall measurement. It would have some other tool functions. You might be able to use it for a sewing needle or a sewing pin to do an emergency sewing repair, although it is kind of thick. Some people will say this could be used as a self-defense weapon. Yes, it would hurt if you were stabbed by this. You would definitely draw blood, and you could definitely do some damage. However, the damage would be so light that if you were to use this as a self-defense weapon against an attacker, you better make sure that you can stand your ground for several hours while you poke and poke and poke and poke and poke, and your attacker finally either gives up or bleeds out. And besides, this isn't something you're going to be carrying around like this all the time. It's going to be closed up and hanging on your keychain or in your purse or what have you, and by the time you get it out to deploy it, whatever attacker is going to do has already been done. There is a little O-ring right here. It's kind of hard to see because it's white, but there's an O-ring right here that keeps this thread tight. So if you're going to hang this off a keychain, it's probably not going to unscrew that easy and you lose the toothpick itself. It is a little bit of friction to overcome, but it's not enough to really make it uncomfortable. There are some other uses for it. One use I do is I use it to set dip switches in electronics. Because I work with electrical and electronics on a daily basis, I use it for setting dip switches. Something else you can do with it is to remove the memory card and SIM cards from your smart device. That is another everyday use for it. But I'm going to be using it as a toothpick. There is one problem I have with it, and that is in this carry configuration, these threads are exposed. Now I don't have to worry about the threads because they're in here and they're relatively protected. But if you're going to be carrying this on a keychain or loose in your purse or banging around, I could see where these threads, even though they're titanium, could get messed up. You could nick it, you can hit one of the threads, and the next thing you know, those threads are screwed up and you will not be able to, or it will be very, very difficult to spin it back around into this configuration. That's the one problem I have with it. Now this toothpick does come with a couple other items that were in the package. It did come with a small titanium split ring, but I don't use that. I just threw that in my container of split rings. It also comes with a little brush that you can use to clean out this container. The problem I have with this is it's got this little plastic tip, which is fine, but there are no bristles down here at the end. And anything that gets in here is going to eventually settle down into this end, and now you've really got no way to dig that out. So I don't know if a person if wanted to go to the problem of cleaning one of these out, to maybe source a different brush that's got bristles down here on the end, so when you insert it, you can turn that around and make sure that you get the very end of this cleaned out. But anyway, that's my review of the Titaner EDC Toothpick. This is Backpack Hack coming at you with this trail tip. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. Be safe out there, and I'll see you out on the trail.